Here we go! Toilet power!
Welcome to the world of Mime Over Matter. Today we have an incredibly fun reissue from Playmates. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is a vehicle, this is the toilet taxi, and we've got ourselves a helmeted safety first Donatello in there to sit upon his throne and drive through the sewers. And typically I like to do my unboxing starting with the stop motion, but today I was unable to do that because I got to put this vehicle together. So, as you already saw the stop motion unboxing, it was already put together. It was reboxed afterwards so we can do the bust out, and I'm okay with that. So, let's have some fun putting this together. And I am assuming that because this is a reissue from a toy from the 90s, there's going to be some stickers involved. And anyone who grew up putting Legos together, or Ninja Turtles vehicles, or G.I. Joe vehicles, I think that's where everyone's anxiety started with getting the stickers straight and in the right spot, or it allowed you to just give up on being a perfectionist and just go with the flow, which is kind of where I am. None of these stickers, if I have to put them on, will go on straight. I'm okay with that. So hopefully I just don't have it like falling over the edge because then it gets frayed. But, you know, all in all, I'll be, oh, there's the sticker sheet. Okay, we will be putting on stickers, so God help us all. We have our instructions to help us know where everything goes. Everything's color coded. There is Donatello where he sits on it. I'm glad that they showed us that, so I didn't put him underneath it. That would be awkward. It's not a toilet riding a turtle, it's a turtle riding a toilet. Let's not be ridiculous. All right, so there's not too many stickers on there, like maybe 4 or 5. So I think we could deal with that. And let's see, in this box we have the base of the vehicle with most of the pieces on there, and then there's a little baggie filled with all the other goodies, like all the other, I guess, shower parts, toilet parts. It's all toilet themed, or all the pipes, and I think there's even a kitchen sink in there, which is kind of funny. And then we've got, actually, I say kitchen sink. It's as I said it out loud, I realize it's probably a bathroom sink, but that's not how the saying goes. And we've got some plungers on there, and yeah, this is going to be exciting. I cannot wait to have this on display in my collection. So let's jump right in and open up this bag of goodies and get everything attached. And everything, as far as like the colors are perfect. They are just exactly what you would expect them to be from a Ninja Turtles action figure from the 90s. Everything's brightly colored. Everything's mismatched colors. You got bright greens, you got bright yellows. You have a toilet seat that's just yellow. You have pipes that are green, and then you have the silver. Actually, these pipes look like they're the most normally colored things on there. So let's see where that goes. Let's check our handy dandy little instruction. Oh, so that is missing the flag. So that is likely a sticker. So it's not going to be on a piece of plastic. That is the flag. It looks like the sticker actually creates the flag, which I'm just going to say right off the bat, it's not going to look good by having me put it together, and that's going to be okay. We're just going to hope for the best. All right, so here it is. Let's peel that off. That is number 4, and we'll get that off. So it looks like it folds over onto itself, which is going to be practically near impossible for me to get that straight. So, like I said, I'm just going to do my best. If it doesn't turn out perfect, I could always take a pair of scissors and trim it down a little bit, but my care is probably limited. It'll look good enough in my book. It's just a flag, so it's going to be flying in the wind. Yeah, I as I put it on, and you can't undo it because it's already stuck to itself. And you could say, yeah, there's some overlap. That's that's okay. That's I I am not a perfectionist because of stickers like this when I was growing up. So I know right where it goes. It looks amazing. And oh, so here's some little, I guess, stands where you can have some ride-alongs elevated on there. Let's get our toilet seat going just in case Donnie's got to go during a long drive. This vehicle could very much put rest areas on the side of the road out of business. But I must warn you, if you see this guy driving on the highway, do not drive right behind him. I'm not sure what sort of release they have, so just be careful. And here we have the safety belts, which looks like it goes across, it pegs in on the back. We're probably not going to put that on right now because we are not ready to put Donatello into his seat. So we'll put that while we get the rest of these things going. Like the sink, let's handy dandy little cheat sheet. So it looks like the faucet goes out front, and it looks like it, I don't quite know. It's, ah, there we go. All right, yeah. So there's a hole in it, but there's no hole for it to go in on the base. So it looks like there's a pipe that goes up the inside, and then we're going to get our steering wheel on there so that he could move it around. And then this guy likely goes into that hole that we saw. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that actually controls the steering wheel. And then these are the other two pipes that control the water. So if he's got to wash his hands while he's driving, he's got those there. They're ready to go. And that just kind of clips into place. And then those three pegs will then go into the hole on the base. And yeah, it's pretty solid. That's gonna hold still. So the big pipe is actually a little bit at an angle. So you just got to turn that to make sure it is the right way. Nice and snug. That is quite the design. I really like that. And then we've got our steering wheel that he can, do his steering with as one would. And then we've got our gun, which has the ball from the toilet, as well as the as well as a hose. So I don't know where he's getting that water from, but I think it's a pretty safe assumption to, it's toilet water. So that means that the other end of the hose will go into this pipe, which is hooked up to the base of the toilet, and he can refuel his gun. And then there's a hole in the side of the sink that he can put the handle in. And I'm sure he could also take it off and hold it like a normal gun in case he needs to pick it up. And I just moved over the steering wheel, so now the bar is on the other side. Otherwise, it would hit the gun, and no one wants that. All right, so let's get our next sticker on, which is the turtle mouth on the front, which is I just love these old toy designs. They're just so ridiculous because when you're designing your vehicle, obviously, your toilet vehicle, you got to accessorize and put a turtle mouth on the front of it, which is just so ridiculous, which is what makes it just absolutely amazing. And then let's see what else we got as far as stickers go. So where does this guy go? It says sanitize for your protection, and I took it off the sticker sheet before actually knowing where it goes. So I'm just checking the instructions. It looks like it goes on top of the toilet seat, but I'm not sure if the toilet seat is big enough, and that could just be my eyes are playing tricks on me. So I'm checking the box real quick, and yes, it does look like that's where it goes. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to put it in the middle. Sorry if you can't see it right now. I'm trying to work around my camera and try to put the sticker on so it's not falling over the edge. So yeah, that's where it goes. Sanitize for your protection is now on the toilet seat, which is good because that means that the toilet seat is clean. So that means we can go to our next, which is, this is for the toilet paper. So it is foot toilet paper, which I think is a subtle jab or not so subtle jab about what Donatello and the Turtles think of the Foot Clan. So let's wrap this around. So it starts in the front, goes into the back. So this one did not go on straight, but I was able to take it off so I can reapply it. Since this is sticker on plastic, you can sometimes get it to come off versus sticker on sticker we saw with the flag. That is stuck for good. That's not going anywhere. And then we've got the mirror image on the other side. Just some more toilet paper. I'm going to make the foot symbols facing the same direction. You can go opposite. You can change it up if you want. This is my personal choice. For this particular one, I will have them go the same direction. Just a little bit of symmetry goes a long, long way. And then I think that is it for my stickers. So the stickers are done, and all of the accessories are on, with the exception of Donatello's belt. So I'd say that's our last piece. So there's a little knob on here that we got to push it in, and it looks like it's got 3 different holes. So if you're going to be putting on a smaller character, maybe like an April O'Neil or a Shredder who's a little bit thinner, you could probably pull it back and use the tighter belts. And what that means is we must free our turtle, who has already been freed if you watch the opening stop motion, but now we're going to free him because we've gone back in time. Turtles in time, everyone knows. Luckily, we missed the dinosaurs, but let's free our Donatello, our prehistoric Turtlesaurus. We're just clipping out his safety bands in there that keep him all in tip-top shape while he's doing his shipping. So they've got bands across his arms and his legs. Typically, I do this during the stop motion, so I don't actually do a lot of opening on video anymore. Usually, I'll just slowly work with that during the different frames of the stop motion. So I'm a little bit out of practice. That probably took longer than it probably should have. I was under pressure. I didn't want to screw it up. All right, let's take a look at our Donatello. So we've got our nice helmet. He's got his glasses on. So if anyone bumps him on the side of the road and he goes flying, he's gonna protect that cranium. The articulation is exactly the same as the original Playmates Ninja Turtles. So the shoulders go up and down. It's got a pivot on the forearm. There's a little bit of a ball joint on the hips, which makes standing up, especially with that arched foot, very, very difficult. But if you've grown up collecting Ninja Turtles, you know that your balance game is pretty strong. So let's sit him in, and the legs don't really sit like a normal person would. Like Marvel Legends figure would have no problem sitting on this because they're very well articulated. But Ninja Turtles, their feet can go straight out, so sitting on chairs or toilets is a little bit awkward, especially with that gigantic shell. And it's making it a little bit challenging to get the belt on. So I genuinely think I'm probably not going to use the belt. And for display purposes or stop motion, I'm just going to try my best. He can hold the handle. That'll keep him in place as good as anything. So I'm just going to take that belt off for now. I think I like it better without it. You can see more of the figure. He looks more dangerous. He's riding without safety. There's he's throwing flush into the wind. So there it is, Donnie's toilet taxi in all its glory. And there's a pullback action. So as it goes forward, the plungers go. So it's got a mechanical aspect to it, which is just fun. This is just such a great figure. This is good for collectors. This is good for kids. You really can't go wrong with this. It's just so goofy that it just can't help but make you smile. So I never had this growing up. So now the fact that I have this is just the coolest thing. I actually never had any Ninja Turtles vehicles, really. I don't believe. So this is a whole new experience for me. I love this. This is the greatest thing ever. It's weird. The faucet is actually facing the wrong direction, so it doesn't actually go into the basin of the sink. So he's gonna get water everywhere if he accidentally turns it on. And then we've got the plungers do the cha-cha if you go back and forth. So this thing can dance. Like I said before, we got those stands on the edge. So if Michelangelo wants to go for a ride with Donnie, he could just hop on, use those pegs like on an old bike. All in all, this is probably one of the coolest vehicles I think you could add to your collection if you're a Ninja Turtles collector or anything. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.